what's up guys, what's going on today? Welcome back to the channel. Now we got some nasty ass news. We got chapter 72 spoilers. Now thanks to Abdul Zoldiak on Twitter, we got them spoilers. Now I'm not gonna lie, I'm hyped for this. It's been 2 months. We waited 2 whole months for this shit, and now it's finally here. Let's get into it, bruh. So first off, we have the cover page of Boruto chapter 72, and it shows Momoshiki on there. And you can see, looking at Momoshiki's face, his right side of the horn is broken. So I like that little attention to detail. But getting into it, it says chapter opens up with Amado phoning Shikamaru, informing him of everything that's happened. And looking at the pictures that we have Ida and Damon with Amado. Now my question is, where are these guys, you know? Because look, I see all these scientists or whatever those people are around them, and it looks like these guys are traveling to the village using a train or something like that. Now I will say, I don't know what it says. I don't have the translation for this right now, so these are just the raw pictures. So from the looks of it, it does look like Amado is coming to the village with Ida and Damon. Now one thing I like about this picture is the drip that Ida and Damon are wearing. She has that fur coat on, and Damon has a little fur coat on as well. So these guys are in some chilly climate right now still. But it looks like Amado told Shikamaru everything, and looking at the picture of Shikamaru, it looks like Shikamaru is surprised and actually shocked, because he looks like he's making that type of pose where he's like, oh shit, here we go again. And I think at this moment Shikamaru is kind of worried that Ida and Damon come to the village, what's gonna happen to everybody. And I think low-key Shikamaru does not want Ida in the village, because he knows that she's gonna be trouble and she's gonna capture everybody's heart. So at this moment in time, I think it is possible that Shikamaru might tell Boruto and Kawaki to ready themselves in case they need to eliminate Ida and Damon, because Shikamaru knows Amado's not there, and now he knows he can have a personal chat with Kawaki and Boruto without Amado being present. So Shikamaru's gonna try to outsmart Amado. Now looking on to the next panels, here we have Boruto leaving the house and Hinata comes, and it says Hinata voices her concerns for Boruto's safety and cries, but Boruto promises that no matter what, he'll always come back, and that's a promise. So we have the panel of Boruto putting on the headband, and right off the bat we can see the karma on his chest is still there. The marking is still there and it doesn't go away. That means that marking is permanent. So then Boruto's heading out, he's putting his shoes on, and Hinata pulls up. Hinata starts crying, and I think she is sad that she doesn't want anything to happen to Boruto. Again, I don't have the translation for this right now, so this is just me looking at the images, and judging by her tears, she's really sad that something's gonna happen to Boruto. She doesn't want her son to disappear, but Boruto says he'll always come back. And I think this could be a hint to the future. If Boruto does leave the village, become a rogue, whatever happens to him, he'll always come back to the village, because that's who he is. He's a shinobi. He'll always come back to his roots. So then he says goodbye to Hinata and he leaves the house. Now looking at the next panels as well, it says Momoshiki appears in front of Boruto and reiterates that only despair resides in his future and that Boruto cannot control his destiny. Boruto then says, this is a joke, right? And it says, please don't be silly. My future is for me to decide. So looking at the pictures, Boruto leaves, and I think this is outside the village or outside of his house. It looks like it's outside of his house, and Momoshiki appears and he time stops everything around Boruto. So that means he is talking to Boruto one-on-one, and I'm not sure what Momoshiki says, but judging by what it says in the text that's given to us, Momoshiki says that time is coming soon and that you cannot escape your destiny. And Boruto gets pissed off saying, yo, this is my destiny, this is not for you to decide. So it looks like that time that Boruto is going to lose everything is getting closer and closer, and I've noticed that Momoshiki keeps getting closer and closer to Boruto. So that only means that Boruto is going to lose everything and that time is finally here. I wonder how it's going to go down. Shit is getting really serious. Shit's getting really juicy right now. I just can't wait for the translated copy. I want to know what Momoshiki fully says to Boruto. So then getting on to the next panels, we finally see Mitsuki and Srata. We haven't seen them since chapter 69, and now they're back 2 chapters later, which is not bad. I like them being more involved in the story. But Mitsuki and Srata are heading over to Boruto's house, and Srata is smiling and Mitsuki smiling. And as soon as they walk up, Srata notices that Boruto looks so serious, and she questions herself. She's like, Boruto? And Boruto then screams into the air. Again, I don't know what that translation says. I think that scream is actually Boruto saying, I'm the one who's going to choose my own destiny and my fate, and no one can decide that. And Mitsuki and Srata are shocked in the next panel, and Srata is really worried. Look at her expression there. She's like, wait, what the hell just happened? And then Boruto jumps off the ground and dips. He literally hops on the fence and he dips. And Mitsuki and Srata are looking there like, what the hell? But mainly they focus on Srata's reaction. Srata looks like she's a bit confused and worried about Boruto. At first, she was going to talk to Boruto with a smiling face, and then boom, you can see that her facial expression changes when Boruto screams and jumps off. So I think what's going to happen next chapter with this scene here, Srata and Mitsuki are going to chase Boruto and tell him to rely on them more. As we did see in chapter 69, Srata says, why doesn't Boruto rely on us that much? So I think they're gonna jump after Boruto, and to see that Boruto's really worried and Boruto's feeling really down, they're gonna go after him, mainly Srata. And that is why I think they focus on her instead of Mitsuki. Now looking at the next panel, this is the mind-boggling moment of this whole chapter for me. It says Code travels back to the Ten Tails dimension. What is he planning? So we see Code come out of his belt in the Ten Tails dimension, and it looks like we get to see the Otsutsuki wall again. Now what's weird is Ishiki's black blob is still black. Alright, that's what I don't understand is Ishiki's dead. Why is his marking have a black circle in it? They haven't explained that much because it only happened around chapter 30s to 40s when Sasuke went to go see the dimension the first time. Before, when they showed us this dimension, we saw nothing there. So I'm not sure if it was a drawing error or what it was, but I do question why his marking is still black. Anyways, Code confronts the Ten Tails, and the Ten Tails actually looks like it's pissed, but at the same time it looks like it's smiling at him. While the Ten Tail is still pinned down, Code puts his belts on it, and it says Code is resizing the Ten Tails and distributing his chakra to make human-sized bodies. He's also mixing his own chakra to make them stronger. So this is weird, but Code is actually cutting down the Ten Tails. The Ten Tails is trying to scream at him, but it looks like he wraps it up, and it looks like some tentacle type shit, but he wraps up the Ten Tails with his belts and squishes it down, and out of his belt comes out small little dinosaur looking creatures. I don't know what the hell these things are. It looks like some bootleg looking Friezas, and basically Code spawns his own armies of little Ten Tails, which look like dinosaurs and Friezas, and a bit of Ishiki as well, looking by the chin and shit. But looking at the next panel, it says Code is making an army. Look at these creatures. Code has full control, and it says side text, the power structure has changed. Even if it becomes a lone force, it advances into foolishness, revenge with the power of Code liberated. So then Code's making his army, and he decides to put his belt on them, and I think using his belt he can control these guys. Because the thing with Code here is that Code's been betrayed by everybody, so he doesn't trust anyone. So what he does to one of the dinosaur looking things is he puts his eye on one of them. You can see he takes his left eye and puts it onto one of the dinosaurs. Now I'm not sure what exactly is going to happen to it, but I think he's going to send this one into the village to see its power. He's going to test it to see how strong it is. And we're finally going to see the final battle coming before the time skip. Now that is it for the spoilers. These are only a couple of panels we have. We still have a whole 40 pages to explore through when the chapter drops. But yeah, this is it right now. And bruh, I don't know what to say about Code's army. I think the final battle's coming. Though I do question how they're going to go around this final battle, because if you look at it, Code cannot be the final villain. Because if Code attacks with his army right now, that doesn't make any sense, because if everybody in the village defeats them, what happens to Code? Who's the next villain in the time skip? If Code destroys the village now, how does the village look destroyed in the time skip? That's the part I don't understand on how they're going to go about it. It makes me question this. Unless Code plans to stay back for 2 to 3 years and develop his army more, then I can see him attacking the village in the future. But if he attacks right now, I don't know what's gonna happen. And going back to this panel, I think Boruto jumping away is actually them foreshadowing Boruto leaving the village, because what really gets me is Hinata. They show Hinata after a very long time, and they finally show her expression that she's sad that something's happening to her son. That part kind of stood out to me too much, because why are they hinting a goodbye and Boruto saying to her, I'll come back no matter what? It's like they're telling us something big is about to happen and Boruto is about to dip the village, or something's gonna happen to him and we ain't gonna see him for a while. I think that's what they're hinting at. So I do think Boruto is either going to be a rogue, or he's going to leave the village to train, or he's going to go to the moon, something along those lines. Because they've been giving us too many hints and spoilers that Boruto will always return home, that Boruto is always a shinobi. Anything along those lines, it looks like they're telling us Boruto is going to disappear. So I do wonder what's going to happen in the next few chapters. I think by the end of this year, we are going to get the time skip after this final battle. Because if the anime is coming in 2023, then they're going to finish off the part 1 anime in 2023 and maybe start the time skip towards the end of that. So this is what I think might happen. Let me know what you guys think of these spoilers right now. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos to come.